What if I told you there was a hypercar so fast it shattered world records not once, but twice? A car that didn't come from Ferrari, Bugatti, or McLaren, but instead from a small American company with one goal: to build the fastest production car on the planet. This is the SSC Tuatara, a hypercar so extreme it humiliated the biggest names in the industry and sent shockwaves throughout the entire automotive world. Forget the Chiron, forget the Jesko. This machine wasn't built for luxury or comfort. It was designed for one thing: obliterating speed records. And it delivered. But the story behind it? That's where things get insane. Because SSC's first attempt at the record run ended in controversy. The internet called it fake. The automotive world was in chaos, and the company had to come back and prove itself by doing something absolutely unthinkable. And trust me, you need to hear this. Before we get into the wild story behind the Tuatara, take a second to smash that like button and subscribe. Hypercars, like this one, don't come around often, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's get to it. At first glance, you might think the Tuatara is just another hypercar with sleek lines and a low-slung body. But under the skin, this thing is an engineering masterpiece built with one goal in mind: maximum speed. And it all starts with the engine. SSC ditched hybrid systems, all-wheel drive, and electric motors. Instead, they went old school with pure twin-turbocharged V8 power. We're talking about a 5.9-liter twin-turbo V8 designed by Nelson Racing Engines, producing a staggering 1,750 horsepower on E85 fuel. And here's the kicker. This car weighs only 2,750 pounds. That's over 1,000 pounds lighter than a Bugatti Chiron. For reference, a Formula One car weighs around 1,700 pounds, so the Tuatara is basically a street-legal rocket ship with a license plate. But power is only half the story. To break records, you need aerodynamics that slice through the air like a missile. And that's exactly what SSC built. The Tuatara has a drag coefficient of 0.279, which is more aerodynamic than a Koenigsegg Jesko, a Bugatti Chiron, or even an F-16 fighter jet. And that's where things get really interesting, because with the right conditions, the SSC Tuatara isn't just fast, it's the fastest production car in the world. But getting there? That's where things took a dramatic turn. So let's rewind to October 2020. SEC made a bold claim. They said the Tuatara had hit a top speed of 331 miles per hour, with an average of 316 miles per hour over 2 runs. If true, this would have completely destroyed the Bugatti's record of 304 miles per hour and left every other hypercar in the dust. But the internet wasn't buying it. People started analyzing the footage, experts broke down the GPS data, and after days of investigation, one thing became clear: something didn't add up. The numbers weren't matching. The speedometer looked off. Even SSC's own equipment provider couldn't confirm the results. And just like that, the internet exploded. The biggest record in hypercar history was being called a fraud. The backlash was brutal. SSC was backed into a corner, and they had one option: to come back and do it all over again. This time with undeniable proof. And that's exactly what they did. Fast forward now to January 2021, SSC returned to the same stretch of road in Nevada with a new driver, race car veteran Oliver Webb. This time, every single data point was triple verified, every system was monitored, and there was no room for doubt. And on that day, the Tuatara reached an official top speed of 295 miles per hour. making it the fastest production car in history. Now, was it the mythical 331 miles per hour they originally claimed? No. But did it still crush the previous world record? Absolutely. And let's be real, 295 miles per hour on a public road is absolutely mind-blowing. Most hypercars struggle to reach 250. The Tuatara made 295 miles per hour look effortless. And according to SSC, the car still had more left in it, which means we might not have seen its true top speed yet. Now, let's talk about how this thing looks. The Tuatara doesn't have the aggressive angular styling of a Lamborghini or the over-the-top luxury of a Bugatti. Instead, it looks like something built in a wind tunnel, where every single curb and line exists for one reason: speed. The butterfly doors open wide to reveal an interior that's stripped down and driver-focused. It's not filled with giant screens and luxury features. It's designed to feel like a fighter jet cockpit. The steering wheel, inspired by F1. The seats, ultra-light carbon fiber. The dash, pure performance data, no distractions. And here's the wildest part: the Tuatara's aerodynamics actively adjusts to keep it stable at extreme speeds. At lower speeds, it generates maximum downforce for handling. But as you push past 200, 250, 280 miles per hour, the car lowers itself and becomes a missile, reducing drag and maximizing straight line speed. This isn't just engineering, this is science at work. So where does that leave us? The SSC Tuatara has officially claimed the title of fastest production car in the world. It might not have hit 331 miles per hour, but 295 miles per hour is still untouchable by anything else on the road today. And the best part, SSC says they're not done yet. Rumors are already swirling about another record attempt, and for this one, they'll go for over 300 miles per hour with absolute proof. So the real question is, can anything stop the Tuatara? Will Bugatti, Koenigsegg, or Hennessy strike back? Or will SSC hold the crown forever? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is automotive history in the making, and you're gonna wanna be right here when it happens. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because the battle for speed is far from over. And until next time, keep rolling.